Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw. I'm here aboard AmaSiena from Ama Waterways. It's the brand new ship, and I'm here with Debbie Fiorino, who is the Chief Operating Officer for World Travel Holdings. And you may know World Travel Holdings better for its brands, which would be Dream Vacations, Cruise One, and Cruises Inc. I got to get that right?
Yes,
and
that's correct.
And we're going to talk to Debbie. Well, now, why are we talking to Debbie about this? Well, you're going to find out about that and more on Insider Travel Report. Now, Debbie, first of all, let's not keep the suspense. You are here because we'll just call you the Godmother, right?
Yes, I'm the Godmother of the AmaSiena. It's beautiful.
When we had this amazing christening, it was raining back then. It's been beautiful the last 2 days, but you know, rain is good luck too, right?
Rain is definitely good luck. Christine mentioned that in the opening, and it poured on my wedding day, and I've been married for 27 years, so I think it's good.
It's still working, okay? And now this is your ship. You can take it wherever you want, I hear.
Absolutely, it's a beautiful ship. It's an incredible honor. It's just it's really hard to explain.
Yeah, let's talk about how they first approached you and why they told you that you were being chosen.
So Christine Moody and Gary Murphy have all pretty much chosen executives in the travel industry, people who have done a lot for the travel industry. And so I was at Pebble Beach for another event, and
you can say Travel Weekly. I like Arnie. It's okay. It's travel. They have a great golf tournament. He never invites me. I don't know why.
So we were there for the event in 2019. I was standing there, and Rudy and Christine came over and said, "Do you have a moment?" And we were having a glass of wine, looking over the 17th hole, and they said, "We would like you to be our next godmother of the AmaSiena." And I really don't even remember what I said, except for yes, of course. And then
you would say no. There's no way I'm going to become a godmother. I'm sorry, I just can't do it.
And I remember seeking out my peers and Brad Tolkien and just saying, "I can't believe what just happened." So it was magical then. It was a magical day. It was incredible.
Well, when we finally did that was a magical day. When we christened it, now it seems like so long ago. Five days ago, right?
It seems so long ago.
Yeah. No, we started in Amsterdam, and we're actually on our last day. We're heading for Basel, which is the last stop on this cruise. Now, you've been on the ship now for almost 7 days, a little bit more, I think. What really impresses you about AmaSiena? What do you like about it?
You know, all Ama ships, like I said in my speech, are like coming home. I think what impresses me the most about any Ama ship is the people. You know, it's the staff, it's the crew, it's how they treat you. You just really truly feel like you're home. This ship in particular, I would say there's some changes that they continue to obviously innovate. The bistro in the front,
that's an interesting. That's new. It's sort of a glass. It's in the lounge just far forward, and it really is. I see you a lot up there. You like that place.
I do like that place. If you just want to hang out, if you want to work a little bit, if you want to have a shorter or a smaller lunch,
or a meeting. You guys had a meeting.
We've had meetings. We've had gatherings. So if you have groups that you're bringing on board, they can petition that off for you. So it's a really nice, unique space, and it doesn't really take away from anything else that they had before.
No, and you're absolutely right. It's a new feature. I mean, this ship is always. They have a couple sisters. In fact, the Ama Christina, which is Christine Karst, she was the godmother of that ship, is very similar, but it doesn't have that. Right?
It doesn't have that. So they, like I said, they continue to innovate, but the colors on this ship, the reds and it's not overbearing, but it's just it takes your breath away when you walk on board and see the colors and the furniture and the design.
Now let's talk about, you have been on other Ama Waterways ships, right?
Yes, I have. I've been the first ship we were ever on, actually, which is not typical for the first time river cruiser, is the Zambezi Queen in Africa.
And I've been on that too. Yes. So it is a wonderful cruise. Not your typical river cruise, but it's like a floating safari lodge, right?
It is. It's much smaller. Obviously the design is much different because it has to be made for the Chobe River. But you get to experience obviously the safari on the river, but then you extend it with the pre and post stays. And we went to South Africa, we went to Cape Town, we went to Zimbabwe, to the
Victoria Falls. It's amazing. I thought that was amazing. And plus, you're in Chobe National Park, which has the largest concentration of elephants in Africa.
Yes, right? It was amazing. And I brought my 9-year-old son at the time, so it was just, again, magical is the word that keeps popping up for me.
So you started with a kind of exotic Ama Waterways cruise. Have you done any others?
Yeah, so I've done the Danube a couple of times. Okay. We bring our Circle of Excellence members every year on a trip, and we typically do a river cruise, not always. And so we've done a couple of those with Waterways. We did the Netherlands, we've done Germany, we've done Austria, and and then I've also been on in Vietnam and Cambodia.
Oh, you have been. You've done the Mekong.
That was in 2019.
That's still my goal.
Yeah, that was again just an incredible, heartwarming trip, and we brought our Circle of Excellence members in August of 2019. It was amazing.
Now, this is your first time on the Rhine with them, or not?
So I did a piece of the Rhine, a short piece. We had a short cruise we did with London, but this is my first one with the castles and coming down this end of the Rhine. It's just incredible.
What was your impression of the entire cruise, not just the ship?
It's really about the staff, the crew, how they make you feel, how everything is just taken care of for you. River cruising is just an amazing way to travel, especially to Europe. Right. You unpack once, and then they're just there to take care of you constantly. And you turn around, there's someone else there waiting to make sure that your room is okay, that you're fed well, that you've got a cocktail. And so it's been an incredible.
Cocktails are important.
Cocktails are definitely important. But particularly this cruise, it's been so special because I've got a lot of my media friends on board. Right. I've got my friends from Boston with me, some of my best friends. I've got staff here with me. Angie's here. I've got 27 Cruises Inc., Cruise One, and Dream Vacations and guests, agents that came here for the christening. And so it really, I know I was chosen as the godmother, but I always say I was chosen to represent World Travel Holdings and all the people that belong to that company. And so it was just so great to have them all here with us.
Now, what's your impression of how they've handled the COVID crisis? And obviously, we're here in Europe, and I think they've done a pretty good job.
They've done a phenomenal job. People need to realize that you can travel. We're here in Europe, traveling on I started my trip in Paris for 3 days, and then took the train over here from Amsterdam. Yes, there's differences in how we travel today, and there will be for a while. Yeah. But it didn't take away from the experience at all. And I think Ama and all the suppliers are handling it as well as they can, and it really is still a great experience, and I would do it again and again.
Well, we just heard the news from the EU that they were going to recommend sort of shutting down travel for Americans, but it turned out that was for unvaccinated Americans. Correct. And this ship, everyone's vaccinated.
Everyone's vaccinated, and so as long as you're vaccinated, you can still travel. And I know that the EU has to do take all those precautions, but I think they're making the right judgment calls based on different groups of people and how they should make sure that everyone's safe.
Right. Now, how would you tell your travel advisors for all the brands that you represent, how should they really sell this ship and this line?
I think first and foremost you need to travel because on an Ama Waterways ship, and I can give some points on what to do. But we often bring our Circle of Excellence members because we know that if they experience it, then it's so much easier to be able to sell it because you know exactly what to tell your customers. But I think you need to tell your customers that this is something that is a very active cruise. You get off in port every day, and there's tours that Ama provides you.
Some are listed as active. You can be right.
But even gentle walkers, there's a lot of walking involved, and so people often assume that it's just for the older generation. I think it's for every generation, and you keep busy. You're tired at night because you just got to see the world wherever you were at that time. So let them know that it's going to be active, that you're going to experience some of the best food at sea. The cuisine is just amazing, and that you're going to really be able to enjoy the beauty of Europe by sitting on a balcony having a Aperol Spritz or whatever your drink of choice is.
But you're right. You're right. I today I went hiking in the Black Forest. The day before I went biking in Strasbourg, and the day before that I did a tour of Heidelberg. Right. I think.
And everyone gets to choose what they want to do. If you want to go into a town and sit there and have something to eat and do the typical European thing.
Like if you went in Strasbourg.
Right, but we did in Strasbourg. Or if you want to go on a bike tour, whatever those things are, there's so many choices to be made.
Well, that's the big thing, a lot of choice, right?
A lot of choice. And sometimes you'll be like, I want to do both, so you just come back and do it again. We have agents on here that have done this 4 times.
I know. It is amazing. And river cruising has become such a hot seller in the last few years. And now, in the post-COVID area, I think they're really well positioned to really be a great place, a way to do Europe that is safe and secure.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
Anything else you want to tell our travel advisors out there about? You're the godmother. You rules this place.
Yeah, I mean, in general, I think make sure you're educating your clients. You should be traveling yourself right now. This is for all travel advisors, not just ours. We're all in this together. We need to bring travel back, make sure people feel comfortable. The best way to do that is travel yourself, experience it, post it on social media, let people know, because people don't know, and what they don't know sometimes keeps them away. Once they see other people, they say, oh, I didn't realize I could do that right now, and then they start calling and start booking trips. Travel is an amazing opportunity. The pent-up demand is real, and I think that you just need to make sure that you're experiencing it as well.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. Debbie, I want to thank you for taking the time. I know we're going to the last dinner. It's the last dinner. I can't believe it.
No, who's gonna cook my food every day and make my bed?
I don't know. I'm kind of lost. I think we have to go on another river cruise soon.
Absolutely, let's plan it.
Or let's say you can go on a river cruise now. I think once a year, right?
Yes, and definitely book the AmaSiena.
There you go. Definitely AmaSiena. Well, again, thank you for allowing me on your cruise, because this is your boat.
Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate everyone who came. It's just amazing to have so many friends here. And my husband, Joe.
And your husband, Joe. Don't forget him.
I almost forgot my husband, Joe.
Our last day on this AmaSiena river cruise. It was a great christening, and you're talking to one of the best godmothers around.
Oh, thank you, James. I appreciate that. And I joined a great club of godmothers.
Absolutely.
There's too many to name, but it's an amazing club that we have, and I'm just fortunate to be part of it.
Soon there'll be a godmother's cruise, I think.
I think maybe.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.